Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the Good Days Only podcast. Ho, ho, ho. It's been a minute. That ho, ho, ho was not intentional, but it has been a minute. Yo, did you miss that? Did you miss this voice? Shoot. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Man, I was just waiting for that first little cup of Joe to hit. I was waiting for that little bean juice, morning bean juice goodness, deliciousness to start making an impact. And it seems like it has. So let's get into this, huh? Um, Episode, I think, 56. Welcome. Thank you if it's your first time tuning in. Good coffee, good vibes, good music on the horizon. Without further ado, let's get into this. GDO, caffeine breakdown. Okay. Yo, what we got in this little cup right here, you might be asking? They got me acting up right now, you know? This coffee breakdown, if you read the description, we're veering a little bit off of the path of the specialty coffee roasters, you know, the local roasters. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing, completing and filling all the orders. It's the holiday season. So, yo, I know this is busy, but we appreciate y'all. But we're veering off that path a little bit. We sipping on a little some right here. This started up here in the Pacific Northwest in 1971. The year of the what would have that been? I looked this up recently. The year of the oink oink chicharrón, dude. The year of the pig in the Chinese zodiac calendar. We're gonna spend a little time on this here, this bag of beans, because it's a special holiday roast. Let me get a little sip before we get in that, and I'm actually gonna refill real quick. But, yo, this fire, so good. Ooh, you hear that? You hear that? Ooh, listen to those little beans shaking around. Each season, we uncover a handful of coffees so good we can't wait to bring them home and share. We call them Starbucks Reserve. We roast these one-of-a-kind coffees at special places created just for them, our Starbucks Reserve roasteries around the world. Every day and with every new discovery, we are honored, just as we have been since 1971, to practice the art, science, and craft of inspired coffee. This is that Starbucks Reserve Christmas 2023. Bomb, dude. Got a cute little picture right here on the front, or a little tag on the front. Starbucks Reserve Christmas, featuring coffee from Hacienda Alsacia. I don't know if it's Alsacia. Yeah, probably Alsacia. Our farm in Costa Rica. Ooh, Costa Rica and beans, dude. So this is actually a blend of Sumatran beans from Indonesia and the Costa Rican beans from Alajuela, the Alajuela region, just outside of the capital, Costa Rica, San Jose. And so I did a little bit more digging into the Costa Rican origin, because you know what? I always wanted to go to Costa Rica. So I was like, let's learn a little bit more about this. So, Costa Rican beans, here we go. Costa Rica has been producing beans since the early 19th century. And actually, this area that these beans are from, and that area where the Starbucks Reserve plantation or like tasting room space area is, just outside of that capital of San Jose, is nestled near one of the 3 volcanoes that's been producing beans since the early days of that, early 19th century. First off, right near a volcano, dude, and I'm pretty sure it's active. Pretty sure it's an active volcano, like smoke and shit coming out of that. I don't know about all that. Living life on the edge. More power to you. But it looks really cool. It looks like a really cool spot. You got a nice view of the land, the lay of the land, all the greenery out there. Imagine just sitting on a terrace, sipping a cup of Joe, looking out at all of the beans. It's kind of like, I would imagine, like when you're out at a vineyard, at a tasting room, You ever been out at a tasting room? Shout out Golden Eye out there in the Anderson Valley. Loud Dowsett, doing your thing out there. One time we were out there sipping some vinos, and you just, sipping on wine, looking out at all the vineyards and seeing the grapes and thinking, wow, that little fruit turned into this. What? Dude, what? Crazy. Full circle moment. It's kind of like Brain Blast, like Jimmy Neutron when he's like, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, here we go. Damn, that coffee did start hitting. Do I need some more? I don't know, probably not, but here we go. I hope you are enjoying a nice cup of joe wherever you are. If it's a little bit later in your day, that's okay. I won't judge you. I'll sip with you. Here we go. Sip, sip. Salud. Damn. That's a perfect little medley, perfect little blend of beans. So, let me hit you with some more fun facts about Costa Rica. This is coming from the World Atlas of Coffee, from Mr. James Hoffman. Awesome book, great read. Huge. There's so much information in here, but it's cool because it breaks down different regions, different growing regions. So we dialed in on Costa Rica here, and I just wanted to share some things that I found interesting. Coffee, turns out, is a huge influence and contributor to the entire country's infrastructure. So in the mid to late 1800s, back in the days, coffee was the only product being exported out of the country, actually. And it helped in the creation of some of the first railroads, helped the funding of one of the hospitals, the San Juan de Dios Hospital, in 1845, so mid-1800s, still standing. That hospital's still standing. And they didn't have a hospital like that before that. So that's pretty dope, no? Like, one of these little magical beans contributed to this. Get this. This is from a different source, the Journal of Public Health Policy. Kind of blew my mind and is still mind-boggling. The mean per capita annual income for residents in Costa Rica in 1978. 1978. So we're past the 1800s. This is just a couple decades ago, right? Some of y'all were probably alive then. Guess. Just guess. I'll give you a second here. Guess. Give it your best guess. What do we think? The mean annual income for somebody in Costa Rica. 1978. If you said $14,000, you guessed 10 times higher than the actual amount. Yo, ain't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? So yeah, that's right. So the mean annual income for a person in Costa Rica in 1978 was $1,400. $1,400. Nuts. For comparison, so the average per capita income in the US that same year, so this is per capita income, which I'm a little bit iffy about, but it was about 15,000 in the United States of America in 1978, that same year. But again, the per capita thing, I don't know. It's kind of iffy on it. I'm kind of iffy on it because I think it's like it takes the full, like the national income and just divides it by the total population, right? The number of people. So like, are they counting, my abuelita that's 95? And are they counting babies? Like what's the range here? Or is it people that are old enough to vote? Like what's happening? So, it's maybe not the most accurate. You know what I'm saying though. Anyways, interesting though, right? $1,400, 1978. Like, what does that get you? That these days, $1,400, that don't even get you. I can't even get almost a cup of coffee. Shit, every day. Let's see. Let's break it down. A cup of coffee every day for the year. What would we say? I'm sure it's not $1,400, but now I'm interested. Let's say you spend what? $7-8. Let's say $8 for a little cup of coffee at a Starbucks. $8, 5 days a week. That's $40. And let's say you do that, not every single week. We will break it down. Let's say 50 weeks of the year. That's $2,000. Holy shit, dude. It is. Whoa. So yeah, look at that. If you wanted to buy a cup of coffee 5 days a week for not even a full year, you couldn't do that with $1,400. Yo, nuts. Puts things in perspective, no? She. All right. Where was I at? Costa Rica. I mean, Costa Rica is beautiful though. I know people that've been out there and say it's amazing. A must see, must visit. And it's still on my list, you know. I'd love to get out there. Check out the beans origins. But more than that, I mean, they got beaches, they got ancient ruins, they got iguanas. Iguanas are dope. Except for, you know, they can fuck you up a little bit. They got some long tails, dude, and they whip those things around. They're pretty much like little dinosaurs, you know. They're like kind of like little alligators, no? If you put an iguana and an alligator side by side, they look pretty similar, I'd say. I think they carry like the bacteria in their mouth too, can like really mess you up. Maybe not. I might be thinking Komodo dragons though, because people have iguanas as pets, and I feel like you wouldn't really have an iguana as a pet if, I don't know. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool to go. You know, one thing I don't fuck with though that they do have down there. I know they got snakes. They got hella venomous snakes, like vipers and shit, and like the fer-de-lance. That's out there, right? Pretty sure. Let's find out. Fer-de-lance. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. No way. Oh, it sounds cool. Terciopelo bothraps asper. Dude, I'm out here speaking in incantations. That's, I guess, the real name for a fer-de-lance. Highly venomous species of pit viper. So it's a type of pit viper. Dude, fucking snakes, dude. I do not. Look at this gross. I know you can't see it, but dude, it's making me shiver me timbers right here. This found at low to moderate elevations in northeast Mexico and Central America into South America, where it's known from elevations up to 2,600 meters in the Colombian and Ecuadorian Andes, as well as into Venezuela. Bro, they don't even. That's crazy. That's high. That's high up there. Yo, and they're disgusting. A max length of 8.2 feet. Bruh, what? You're in the deep end at the YMCA, and that's almost 10 feet. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's almost the entire length of what is like a normal floor on a building. Most buildings it's like 10 feet from floor to ceiling, right? That's insane. Light dark brown in color, often yellow zigzag shape. And see, that's the thing. They blend. I'm looking at this picture. They blend in. They blend into everything. They blend into their surroundings. Like, just, you know, as far as like evolutionarily, like that's to their advantage. But fuck all of that, dude. They avoid confrontation at least whenever possible. But yeah. Ugh. They don't like humans. Sure. I mean, do we? Do I? Yeah. Highly sensitive heat detecting pit organs. Yikes. I'm pretty sure they'll kill you. They will kill you and you are dead. Iron of Lance. So the name fer-de-lance is French or possibly Creole, translating to iron of the lance, iron spear point, or simply spear-headed or lance-headed. Aha. In English, the name lancehead is applied to the genus blah blah blah, whatever, Patagonian. You got it. We get it, dude. Let me see what happens though, because I'm pretty sure I don't think they shut down like your central nervous system, but what I think they like, it's one of those ones where your skin just like rots off and Venom. Let's see what happens here. Oh, yo. Oh, dude. Poor guy. Who is that? It is considered the most dangerous snake in Costa Rica. There you go. Maybe Costa Rica's not on my list anymore. Sweet. Responsible for 46% of all bites and 30% of all hospitalized cases. Before 1947, the fatality rate was 9%. Damn, so if 100 people got bit, 9 of them were dying before 1947. This has since declined to almost zero. Okay. All right. So if I do get bit, I got a chance. Maybe. Oh my gosh, dude. Severe tissue necrosis following envenomation from the fer-de-lance. The tissue necrosis resulted in gangrene, and the doctors had to amputate the leg above the knee. The victim was an 11-year-old boy. Oh, bit 2 weeks earlier in Ecuador. Oh, treated only with antibiotics. Yo, this is nuts. If you're interested, look it up because severe tissue necrosis, fer-de-lance, snake bite. Dude, this leg from the knee down, it's straight up, that's like a mummified, like something that you would see in The Mummy. You know, in The Mummy when they when the mummy is still like regenerating as life, and it's got some bits of it are like just bone and like black ash and mummified looking kind of you know. Ugh. Ugh. Nope, I ain't doing this. All right, we're exiting. We're going back. That was a tangent. Yeah. Let's get back to the coffee, huh? Yo, that picture's gonna be stuck in my head though. Oh man. So this coffee. What's going on? I think it's a medium roast, medium dark roast. They didn't really specify. It's a blend, but the flavor profile leads me to think that it's more of on that medium side. It's a nice clean cup. A little lighter medium body, I'd say. A little bit of acidity. There's nice acidity. Let me see. Well balanced though. It's got a good mouth feel. It's nice and smooth. Not really too bitter. Maybe a little tinge of bitterness on the back. It's all right. Kind of balances out that acidity, you know? Let me get another little sip real quick. Let me clear my throat first. Yeah. What do they say? What does Starbucks say? They say cedar and leather aromas highlight notes of lemon zest, maple, and candied ginger with a syrupy mouthfeel. Our master blenders have joined 3 remarkable coffees into a blend as rare as memorable as the season, starting with hand-selected beans from Hacienda Alsacia, our farm in Costa Rica. We added perfectly aged Sumatran beans and full-body coffee from the Aceh region in Indonesia. Okay. 3 beans. My B. A special holiday blend that pairs well with old friends and new traditions. All right. Yeah, so, lemon zest. We got a little bit of those high notes, a little bit of that acidity, candied ginger, syrupy mouthfeel. Sure, I like it. Good description. Celebrate with old friends and new traditions. What's not to love about that? Hit it with the pour over, of course. And this exact cup right now that I'm sipping on, right here, this was a product of, it was a 1:16 ratio. 1 gram of ground beans, 1 gram of ground beans, 16 milliliters of nice filtered H2O, baby. And made about 27, 28 ounces of this. It was 800 milliliters. So I use about 50 grams of the ground beans, 800 milliliters of that water. and it made about, you know, two tall Starbucks coffees or grandes if you're a Starbucks fan. It's tall and grande. Which ones? I always get them mixed up because they're reversed for some reason in my mind. The tall one is, I think, 12 ounces and a grande is 16. So it's like right in between that, about 14 ounces if you want to split it up between you and yours, you know? But that's the exact ratios. That's exactly what I used. If you want to recreate this in the pour over, delectable, the Chemex Chem Air, of course. Swirl it around a couple times to really open up the flavors and the aromas in your house. Very delicious, very delicious. Let's move on to the appearance and packaging. The bag is got a nice little tag, like a little tag that you would see on a little gift, you know, so that's nice. But you know, honestly, Starbucks, with our billions of dollars in the bank, I think we could have done a little bit better, especially for the Christmas, you know, Christmas one of a kind reserve coffee once a year deal. You know, if you're selling me on that, give me a little some, you know, give me a little, like a nice little bin or something, like an airtight container. It's just, you know, it's the classic. It's a black bag. It's got the zip tie, you know, the seal on top. Definitely got to transfer the beans into another container, but all in all, delicious. It was a gift, very much appreciated. Love the beans, love the coffee. I'm caffeinated, so it gets the job done, right? It's a win-win. Check it out. If you you know, need a last minute little stocking stuffer or gift or a present for somebody that's a coffee lover in your life, check it out. All right, all right, all right. Woo, we went on a little tangent there with the snakes and such, but let's move on. Let's get into what's been going on. Let's get into some good vibes. Let's talk a little bit about some observations, some notes that I've been taking down. What we got popping? I Oh, all right, all right. We back, we back, we back. Had to take a little potty break, but we back. And you know what? We've been ferry commuters for a couple months now. A few months. Actually, it's been awesome. Yo, get out of here. Dude, I've been feuding with ladybugs. This was unplanned. This ladybug just flew right onto this laptop screen. We have an infestation, I think. I don't know. I started noticing it. They started trying to come in this house when it started getting colder. I thought they'd all be dead by now, but we got rid of most of them. I thought we got rid of them. Anybody else run into that? I guess it's common when the season starts changing. And I was looking into this. They're not even ladybugs, dude. So I don't even feel bad about getting rid of them. They're Halloween beetles, I think they're called. They don't have the 6 dots or 7 dots or whatever it makes for a ladybug, and they're a little bit stinkier and they're a little bit lighter in color, different coloration. But yo, these fucking ladybugs or Halloween beetles, they get everywhere, and then all of a sudden they're flying around. They're flying around inside the house. I'm like, yo, stop, get away. Anyways, we've been ferry commuters now, and it's actually been a really fun people watching experience. So, you know, it's you get up in the morning and you got to commute to work, and people are already grumpy, and it's early and it's dark now all the time, you know, because we in the PNW and that SAD starting to hit for real. But I was thinking about it, and when do you remember adults rocking backpacks? Like you remember that? I don't ever remember seeing adults with backpacks as a kid. Like when I was younger, I do not remember adults with backpacks. No? Like I remember like briefcases and stuff. Like I was like, "Oh yeah, I want a briefcase when I'm older." But I don't remember ever seeing adults with backpacks or even a teenager when I was a teenager, really. But now we all rocking them. I'm part of the group, you know? And they're several hundreds of dollars sometimes. Like, what are we spending so much money on this backpack for? It's kind of annoying. I say we bring back briefcases, like back in the 80s and 90s. That shit was dope. You know, a true businessman or woman or person, you know. Um, but or petition to bring back the classic JanSport backpacks. You remember those? The ones everybody had in high school? You know, or the ones even, let's take it even a step further and bring back, like, why do we not have Lightning McQueen on our backpacks? Make it a little bit fun, you know? And not an arm and a leg for a backpack. You know, $20. I want to pay $20 for a backpack and have it be just all plastic, waterproof. There you go. Easy peasy. Hmm? Hmm? Why I gotta pay $200 for a backpack? God dang it. But no, I thought that was kind of funny because everybody's wearing backpacks. Like every age. I guess it is easy. Not great for you though, you know? Like carrying it around, at least if you're carrying a suitcase or a briefcase, not a suitcase, a briefcase around, you're kind of doing a little bit of a farmer's carry. You know, you can alternate arms or carry double up on them, double up suitcase on a. I keep saying suitcase, double up on a Wednesday. What am I saying right now? I need more coffee. Mm-hmm. Probably not, but just take a look around next time that you're walking around, Monday through Friday. See how many people you notice with a backpack. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like we're all just going to school, right? What's another thing I noticed as far as this commute? Scooters. Scooters. People have been scooting everywhere. You remember like when what since when are scooters just like that's a normal commuting um method now. And everybody's doing it. Same thing with backpacks. You know? Like I see teenagers, kids that are teenagers, 20s, 30 somethings, 40s. I even been seeing, people I never thought I would see on a scooter be on scooters. It's just scooting along. Middle-aged white ladies. Hey, typically, I feel like typically are the most risk averse, no? Like, for some reason, it's just kind of funny to me seeing like adults. I consider myself kind of a medium adult, you know? Not necessarily a young adult, but medium. Like, I don't know if I'm fully adult yet. We'll revisit that conversation in a couple years, but uh just like rocking around on scooters. It's kind of funny. It's like we are in the future. This is the future, you know? I don't know. I don't know, dude. People get injured on those things though. I mean, I've been victim to it, not like seriously injured, but people break wrists, break hands, break arms, break legs. People get hit by cars on them. That's just scary. People not wearing helmets either. Like, you don't wear a helmet when you're on a scooter. Dude, tell me you wear a helmet when you're on a scooter. Maybe if you got your own scooter and you got one of those ones that goes like 45 miles per hour, for sure. But like most people, 98.89% of people are not lugging around a helmet with them to go on a Lime scooter, you know? Also, I think I said this before already, but yo, they coming out with new generations. It's like the iPhones out here because they're coming out with new beefed up, souped up bird bikes, Lime bikes, even the scooters. They're all beefed up now. They got a different body style. They got a different battery pack. They go longer. They go faster. It's sick. It's sick. I mean, do I use scooters? Yeah, I use a scooter. The brakes on them are never really reliable, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can sometimes it's 50-50. Like you check the brakes before you start going. All right? Because I've definitely gotten on some and I know I've talked about it on here, but there have been other close calls too, especially going like downhill and you try to, push on the brake and then you find out like, "Oh shit, the one of the brakes doesn't work." That's not great. That's not great. It's kind of spooky, a little scary. But anywho, scooting, booting, darn tooting. Ah, man. Shoot. Let me get a little more. Let me get some water, actually. I should probably hydrate. I hope y'all been hydrating as well. It's the winter months, man. It's the winter months. It's the season of chapped lips and cracked skin. Stay hydrated. Um, you know, December, November, December, really. I love that is the holidays. So the holidays, we never really did big, you know, like most I don't know. I think a lot of families were like, each holiday you have a tradition, you do a certain thing on Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, or Thanksgiving, you do the same thing, or a traditional thing in your household. But we never really, I can't say we did that. Like, oh, every single year for Christmas we would do this, or every year we would do that, right? Because some years we would go a different place or do a different thing, and there wasn't really always a bunch of gifts under the Christmas tree, and that's cool. It's everybody's got different paths of life they come up in, right? But something that around the holidays you notice is people are just nicer. People are less assholey. Kind of, I think it's, if you look at it on a graph, I think it's like a inverse U shape graph, right? So it starts like Halloween, Halloween, beginning of November. I say Halloween, right? Holidays sort of start off then. And we're at the bottom of that scale. So, right, like x-axis is the dates, right? So Halloween through the end of the year. And then on the y-axis, we've got the niceness, right? People's nice meter. And Halloween, we start at 0, 0. We're at baseline. Everybody's normal behavior. We're Halloween, actually maybe negative behavior. I don't know. Everybody's a little bit spooky, trying to get their spooky on. And then, through November, through Thanksgiving, people become, more appreciative. You're respectful to your elders, because you're hanging out with multiple generations. If you're not used to it throughout the year, if you're not a person of color, maybe you're not used to this. I mean, it sounds like a jab, but it's real. It's real because a lot of cultures have multiple generations in their household, right? And, I bet if you look at a scale of different cultures, like white America, bet does not fall in the top 5 of that, right? Multi-generational households, like, Mexican, Korean, probably, Japanese, probably, right? I think there are others, but those for some reason just come off the top of the head. But people are a little bit nicer, so the point is you're around older people, maybe your tias, your tios, abuelitas, etc. So you're a little bit nicer, right? You're not just being your old belligerent self that's just around your friends or younger demographics. So that's through November. You're a little bit nicer. And then, we go through, we're still going up on that incline on this graph, or on our inverse U shape. And through December, right? You want to stay on your family and friends' good side, right? You want to get the good presents. You want to get that biggest box under the tree, Um, and then I think we get through to Christmas, right? And you're hanging with people. You've had your Friendsgivings, you had your dinners with family. We plateau, I think, in the respectful and kind gestures, opening doors for strangers, asking the elderly if you can help them carry their grocery bags to their cars. Like mid-December, just after Christmas, right? I think we kind of hit that peak. We're like, oh yeah, I'm being nice, I'm being kind. And you see somebody do it and you pass it forward, right? Because there's something about that, right? When you see somebody, there's like been studies or articles about this. I don't know if studies, but I've heard it and read it somewhere that, when you see somebody do something nice or kind that they didn't have to do, for example, a random stranger, a young fella or fellette helping a older person, carry their grocery bags to their car, right? If I see that, I'm like, damn, that's nice. Right? It puts me in a good mood. And then I'm like, damn, I should be nicer. I'm going to go and do something nice, right? And it just kind of gets you in that mindset. Um, so I think we kind of get to the peak there, right? Between mid-December through Christmas. And then I think we slip a little bit. And we get right back to the belligerent all-nighters on New Year's Eve. Like, everybody's just letting loose, going wild, right? And then January 2nd or January 1st comes along. And if you work on the 1st, I'm sorry. Right? But we get back to our groany selves. We're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to, make these resolutions. And then you're all bummed out because you don't follow through on your resolutions or whatever. But then we get back to our grumpy selves, man, in the new year. What's up with that? What's up with that? Right? And so then now we're on that decline. We're down on that decline on that inverse U graph. Why can't we keep the mid-December kindness going strong, into the new year? Eh? It's like that song by Celine Dion. Don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find a way to give a little love every day. Every day, dude. Come on, why not? Just be nice. Give a little love to people that you know, people that you don't know. Because maybe they're not getting that love elsewhere. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes in every people's lives, And I know I've said this before, and we've all said it and heard it and know it, but it's always a good reminder. Just be kind. Be nice. Say what's up to a stranger. Say hello. A little chat. Although I am victim to, you start chatting and then it's hard to get out of a conversation and then somebody just starts divulging like way too much information and you're like, oh God, this is awkward. But what's life about, huh? If not connecting with each other and learning about what other people got going on. Yeah, just be kind. Celine Dion got us dancing into the GDO playlist, huh? Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Man, is that time of the year. Is that time of the year. Holidays. We got snow in some places. We saw snow here. We deep in the winter months. Up in the PNW, the seasons have officially changed. Jon Snow, it's your lucky days. Winter has come, my guy. You were right. He was right. He had some haters. Jon Snow has some haters. Cersei's bitch ass. I cannot get behind Cersei. I hate her character. But I guess she did a good job as an actress. Yes, yes, yes. Whatever, dude. But, God. So we are resurfacing the GDO Christmas playlist. I'm pretty sure I said this last time. I'll say it again and again and again, dude. Say what you say. Say what you'll say about religion, Catholicism, whatever. But there is one thing that is a fact. And in resurfacing the Christmas playlist, I remembered this. Dude, there are some bangers, dude. Bangers. Like M80, Black Cat, 4th of July, popping off, Sonic Boom bangers, dude. From church, from like the Catholic, songs that I remember. Desde el cielo una hermosa mañana. Desde el cielo una hermosa mañana. Everybody! La Guadalupana, la Guadalupana. Dude, come on. Tell me that's not a banger, dude. If you don't know that song, you probably don't understand what's going on either if you don't speak Spanish, but like, it's a bop. It's a bop. It's on the playlist. Check it out. What's another one? There's another one that came up on the shuffle when I was listening to the playlist. Um, Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río, pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber. Hey, hey, dude. I'm sure there are English versions of this. I should have looked them up so I could give you the equivalent, but I don't know, dude. Those are dope. I mean, I remember, it's just sitting in church, bored. Sorry, Mama Susana. Looking at the ceiling, wishing I was outside playing with all the kids. Its parents let them go outside while church was in session, and just like not really like being fully in the zone, like listening to El Padre Pedro or whatever was going on up front. And but those songs would come on, dude. Those songs would come on, and I was Jesus' number one fan, dude. I was shouting at the top of my lungs, dude. Those songs are dope. We got all these, we got all these poppy, catchy Christmas hits these days, but that's like the OG. That's what Christmas songs like. That's what comes to mind from like when I was a kid. Those songs come to mind when I think of Christmas and music. If somebody's like favorite Christmas hit as a child, one of those would pop up. Probably La Guadalupana is the one that would come up. But we got all these other catchy Christmas hits these days. The Mariah Carey's, the NSYNCs, right? But I was interested in like what was the OG Christmas music, right? So it turns out the OG, like back in the days, music associated with Christmas is thought to have had origins in the 4th century Rome. That's farther back than I thought. 4th century Rome, in Latin language hymns such as Veni Redemptor Gentium. That's a Harry Potter spell if I ever heard one, dude. In English, that translates to "Come now, Redeemer of the earth." Is that a song that I know? No. Is it a song you might know? Maybe, if you would go to church or went to church and in English. I mean, I don't recognize it, but that's just going to mass in Spanish and all. We were singing about fish drinking water because God was born and La Guadalupana coming down out of the sky. So, uh, these lyrics, though, dude, these lyrics, Ambrose of Milan, the man behind the lyrics, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts to think that these words have been handed down for centuries. Um, in the form of it's like poetry, music, over centuries. Some of these lyrics is like they're deep, dude. It's deep. Come thou, Redeemer of the earth, and manifest thy virgin birth. Let every age adoring fall. Such birth befits the God of all. Dude, poetry in music. This guy, he hit this. What is this? They called it something. It's a type of a hymn in iambic tetrameter. So that's that 4/4. Poetic meter in ancient Greek and Latin poetry. As the name of a rhythm, iambic tetrameter consists of 4 metra, each metron being of the form whatever x dash u dash consisting of spondy and what am I even saying right now? Spondy, SPONDEE, and iamb, 2 iambs. I'm gonna leave this page. I'm going back to this dude, uh Ambrose of Milan. Anyways, he was a poet, a man ahead of his time, dude. These words, fire. I mean, just the poetry is beautiful. It's pretty amazing. And the most amazing fact to me is the fact that this is something that I'm sure is still sang somewhere around the world in the churches, that came down from the 4th century. Nuts. Nuts. Fast forward a little bit, about 10 centuries later, by the 13th century, under the influence of Francis of Assisi, the tradition of popular Christmas songs in regional native languages developed. So, hey, there you go, a little tidbit of information. Where did Christmas music originate? Back around the 4th century is what is believed. And, now we got the Mariah Careys, the Justin Biebers, the Ariana Grandes, the NSYNCs. Oh man, how shit changes, huh? Isn't that nuts? That's nuts. Dude, yeah. I need to go have another little potty break, dude. I've been drinking a lot of fluids this morning, but I think hey, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to wrap this up right here. We had some fun with it today. I hope you and yours are doing well through the holiday seasons. Happy holidays. Stay safe. Watch out for potholes. Floss daily. And we'll see you next time. Okay? Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.